All right. Hello everybody. How's it going? My name is Omar Almasri, one of your colleagues at undergoing the social media measurement course with Professor Li Zhang in pursuit of an MS in media management at ASU. This is my presentation that covers the case that I selected, which is Grupo Expansión. The presentation will cover, let me count, about 6 different sections. First of all, there'll be an overview. Second of all, the statement of purpose and the goals of the project. Number 3, overview of the analytic service. Number 4, the details of the project. Number 5, results, and number 6, comments. My personal comments. I'll try to ensure that the presentation remains within the 15 to 20 minute time limit mark that was set by Professor Zhang. Hopefully you enjoy his presentation and gather useful insights regarding Grupo Expansión and what they are or what they're all about and what's their main goal, what's their main project about. Hopefully I let you down, thank you for taking the time to watch this, and hopefully this proves to be a worthwhile presentation. Right, let's begin. All right, first of all, let's start with an overview of Grupo Expansión themselves. Grupo Expansión, to be precise, to be clear, is a Mexican media conglomerate. It's the second largest magazine publisher in Mexico. They host around 15 different brands. 50 different brands, mainly encompass magazines based in Mexico. The magazines include mainly like titles such as Air, Expansión, El Magazine, and Marco Peteta, among countless others. This Grupo Expansión was established in 1966, and ever since then has left a double mark on the media industry in Mexico, and it gains about $5.7 million in revenue each year. So it's a very profitable conglomerate, very well known, and it hosts some of the biggest publication brands in Mexico itself. When you first think of Grupo Expansión, the first thing that pops into your mind is Time Inc. To me, Grupo Expansión is the Time Inc. of Mexico. Because Time Inc. is also considered a big media conglomerate in the United States. They own several well-known brands and magazines, including Fortune, Time Magazine, and of course Sports Illustrated, and as well as Life and Style, among countless others. So basically, Time Inc. is the American version of Grupo Expansión, and Grupo Expansión is the Mexican version of Time Inc. Funny enough, though, is that Time Inc. actually purchased Grupo Expansión in 2005, which shows the similarity between the two conglomerates. I mean, it's basically they follow the same exact blueprint, and Time Inc. To expand their international reach, decided to purchase and acquire Grupo Expansión in 2005. And fortunately, it didn't last that very long. In 2014, Time Inc. actually sold Grupo Expansión to a separate client, party, the Southern Cross Party, in 2014. But despite that, in those 9 years where Time Inc. was the owner of Grupo Expansión, Grupo Expansión was filled almost 2% of the revenue each year. So basically Grupo Expansión did leave their mark despite the rather short stint that it was under Time's auspices. And so that is the simple overview of Grupo Expansión. So for American viewers, such as myself, Grupo Expansión is the Time Inc. of Mexico. It's a media conglomerate and second largest publisher in Mexico, magazine publisher in Mexico itself, second largest in Mexico, and and it was established in 1966. Same with the problem. Okay, so what is the problem here? What is their main issue, their main gripe here? According to the Hootsuite case that shared with Professor Li Zhang, their main gripe here was their social media presence. The Grupo Expansión really wanted to expand their reach, expand their presence, enhance their presence in the social media stratosphere. They also wanted not only to achieve social maturity and enhance their social media presence, but also to increase their revenue, to drive a massive revenue lift in less than 2 years. So basically, this project, this focus, had a time span of less than 2 years, and so the main goals were basically to enhance the presence of their brands and to increase their revenue. And how did they go about it? First of all, let's talk about the main challenge that Grupo Expansión had faced. Grupo Expansión, for this endeavor, had more than 70 employees that were responsible for their social media reach, their outreach across their publications and departments. The problem is, though, these 70 employees had no clear roles and responsibilities, and so without a structured, workforce and a structured workforce and structured workflow and focus, you won't get results, and they'll struggle to achieve what they want, what Grupo want to achieve, and so really, Grupo Expansión needed a solution that provided the structure to work in lockstep as an organization to help gain the ability to drive and measure results, and also to help demonstrate the value of social media to management and advertising partners. So they really need a proper work, they need a proper strategy to focus on and to implement and to follow, and for their employees to follow. And this strategy, most importantly, includes defined roles and clear roles and responsibilities to help achieve their main goal, which is to enhance their social media presence and to increase their revenue as well, and increase the revenue through their content and whatnot. So what was the solution here? What was the solution exactly? Before that, let's begin with the overview of the analytics service. What analytics service did they rely on to help achieve their results, to help maximize their results? This service is called Hootsuite. Hootsuite, for us media, media enthusiasts, as we could call it, media enthusiasts or media, those with passion for media. Hootsuite is a social media management platform. It's probably one of the biggest social media platforms around in the world. It's highly acclaimed and highly recommended, and their certification is one of the most well-respected worldwide. So Hootsuite, for any ambitious company or burgeoning company that want to really re-strategize and revitalize their social media presence and social media strategy and campaigns, Hootsuite is the go-to source, it's the go-to platform to help achieve that. And Hootsuite not only among Hootsuite's main capabilities is their analytics platform. They give clients access to important and valuable insight and data, including their click rates, their readers, the page views, the page views, among other measures, like measures that that would normally you would get from third-party sources, like data collection companies, which could take a lot of time and money, and a lot of it wastes a lot of valuable time. And Grupo Expansión, especially in the crowded media market, and a very competitive media market, time is of essence. So with access to instant data and information that you would normally have to collect from other sources, was immense to Grupo Expansión and the many clients that use Hootsuite. So in light of that, what was the solution? What was the main solution to this predicament? Basically, the solution was let's see, one, two, three, four was fourfold. Number one, as I mentioned before, they had to create a structured workflow. The Grupo need to build a foundation for social media success, so they used Hootsuite to align teams across the entire organization and create a smart workflow that for everyone from sales to creative services was able to work more efficiently. So basically, from the employees from working from sales to creative services had defined and clear roles to fulfill and to implement and to carry out basically. And when an employee knows their role, it eases the workflow and eases the path to success. Number two, optimize workflow. Optimize workflow is fivefold here. Number one, this workflow is created by the Expansion themselves to help ensure a much more potent workflow. So number one, sales team sells the brand campaign to an advertiser. Number two, the creative team builds a campaign that places assets in Hootsuite's content library. Number three, the social media editor uses Hootsuite to schedule the campaign to run at the optimal time. Number four, once the campaign is run its course, the operations unit uses Hootsuite Analytics to pull data on campaign performance. Number five, the data is used to make smarter, creative, and strategic decisions, as well as demonstrate the value of social to prospective clients. So there was a clear, structured plan. So basically, they sell the campaign first. Number two, the creative team build the campaign. Number three, they schedule the campaign at the right time according to the analytics, according to what they discovered would be the most suitable time to create their content. Number four, once the campaign runs its course, they analyze the campaign performance. They gather data on campaign performance for future reference for future campaigns. And number five, the data is used to make smarter, creative strategic decisions, as well as showing the value of social media to prospective clients. So they had information, they had backup information, they had fallback. They had raw data, real data that proves the effectiveness of social media to their clients, to prospective partners and funders, which was very key because if you want to sell your pitch, you need raw data, you need in-depth, comprehensive, strong, solid data, and that's what they garnered from the optimized workflow and from Hootsuite itself. Number three, setting up the competition. So using Hootsuite Impact, not only had the Grupo Expense had access to their data, they were also able to look deeper into their competitors' social media metrics. Through Hootsuite Impact, they were able to see the competitors' followers, likes, comments, and other important numbers up front. So they get a much clearer, more crystallized idea of what they're facing, what they're up against, and how they must bypass it, or meet or bypass it. I mean, depending on their ambition, and knowing what they're up against it proved key, especially in the Grupo Expansion's place, proved key in figuring out a much more clearer path to success. They have defined structure flow. They have defined the workflow. They also have defined goals to meet and exceed. Now they know what they need to do, what numbers they must break or meet to ensure that their presence is much more tangible in the media market, in a very crowded media market. Number four. Now leveraging data to create better content. So using Hootsuite Analytics, Grupo Expansion was able to explore their own social media metrics and cover valuable insights about the growth of their social presence. So through Hootsuite Analytics, they got access to their new followers, their engagement rate, reach, and clicks. So which gave them an idea of what kind of content was resonating with their audience. So this gave them an idea of what content they must produce on a regular basis to ensure that the numbers remain high and remain satisfactory not only to them but also to their partners and clients and to the higher ups, of course, higher up management. So the data the insight that they had access to, that they've gathered, also help create better content, more worthwhile, valuable content, and that which is pretty key. I mean, because if you don't have the access to if you don't know what content resonates with your audience, then you're gonna struggle. You're gonna waste a lot of time experimenting, and experimentation, especially in the crowd market, is a time waster, a complete time waster. It wastes valuable time and gives leverage to their competitors, and it gives more time it gives it gives the advantage to the competitors to really step up their game and take a bigger march on likes of Grupo Expansión, especially. So really, to getting this important data, this valuable data, was key to help them create more valuable and more intriguing content for their readers. And whose impact, pardon the pun, was backed up by Grupo Expansión themselves. According to Andrea Sanchez, the digital product specialist, she, and I quote, said that Hootsuite Impact helps our team by easily turning data into specific insights and recommendations. Our digital team can make strategic decisions based on the deeper level of business intelligence Hootsuite Impact provides, and we are seeing positive results. So I think sums up very well the benefits of Hootsuite. Basically, through insights and recommendations, they were able to make smarter decisions. Smarter decisions to help that benefits their company and benefits their strategy in increasing their social media presence, their reader engagement, and reader engagement helps social media presence, so it helps in both ways. It's a mutually beneficial, and through these rates, they also can increase their revenue thanks to click-through ads on their content. Let's keep going here. All right. The results. The results here were sixfold. Number one, the time saved. According to Grupo Expansión, thanks to Hootsuite, was able to save was able to save 10 hours per employee per campaign. So it was a time saver for Grupo Expansión, especially when gathering valuable insight. They would take them in reality ages to get elsewhere, especially through third parties like data collection companies, professional data collection companies. So this really helped cut time massively for Grupo Expansión. Number two, one of the most important results: revenue growth. According to Grupo Expansión, thanks to their campaigns that they were able to create, thanks to the help of the Hootsuite's data and insights, they netted an impressive 200% growth in revenue from social media, which is more growth than any other channel within the organization. Very impressive, which also backs up their claim and stake that social media is an important part of the Grupo Expansión blueprint. Number three, efficient workflow. As I mentioned before, thanks to Hootsuite, they were able to define their roles and responsibilities for each employee a lot clearer, a lot better, and a lot more crystallized. So that's a very, very, very key result. Efficient workflow. With efficient workflow, becomes better results almost every time. If you have an efficient workflow, then you'll be stuck in a constant loop, and that's what you don't want for. That's what no business wants at all, ever. Number four, very important. This is quite important. Kind of overlooked aspect was the security aspect. According to Grupo Expansión, Hootsuite's approval function made it possible for more than 70 employees to work in social media without sharing passwords or the risk of accidentally publishing content or maliciously publishing content. So Hootsuite is well known for their security apparatus, their security system, their strong security functionality, their security. What's the word? Security. The security system. There's strong security system. There's security facet. We can use facet here, I guess. I mean, without proper security, then Hootsuite would not be as widely recognized and acclaimed as it is. I mean, security is a very key part of any business or organization or project. If project lacks the proper security functions, then the question marks will be raised instantly. So security, very key part of the Hootsuite blueprint. Number 5, most important results: audience growth. According to Grupo Expansiones, their entire social media presence experienced a 20% lift in audience size, more than any other channel, including the publications themselves. Impressive, very, very impressive. Which is one of their key goals, key initial goals. So fair play. And 6, something that that I think wasn't really their main goals, but I think is something that they take pride into. Any employee would take pride into: recognition, respect from the higher ups. The senior management were impressed by their impressive results, and ever since then, now include they now include social media results as part of the organization's overall key performance indicators. So getting respect and recognition from their higher ups, from the key decision makers, the senior management was a major result of this impressive social media revitalization, this strategy that they emphasize focus on social media enhancement and strategy, and it clearly got the respect and the attention of the higher ups, which I think for any employee is a major deal. I mean, without recognition, then the employee will likely remain in a constant I want to say loop, but in in bewilderment. Like they don't know whether or not their work means a damn, and the fact that they know that it means a damn really proves that their presence is worthwhile and valuable to the company. Their work means a damn, means a great deal to the company, and this recognition for anybody is always a big deal. Regardless of what they say, like I'm sure we all go to work, and we say, oh, we don't expect recognition, we don't expect this, we don't expect that. We just go there, do our thing, do the best we can, and go back home with our heads held up high. But but in the end, when that comes, and if it comes, our morale is just uplifted. We feel like we mean something to this organization, to this company. That our work, sweat, and tears mean a damn to this company, to our place of employment. And that's what happened here for the Grupo Expansión social media team, especially the 70 employees that work day and night to ensure that their social media strategy pays off, and pays off handsomely. Yeah. Let me go to the comments now. And I have a few comments. First of all, let's go to the audience growth. And let's hear some numbers that prove back up the claim that their audience has grown thanks to their strategy. Look here. Look at these numbers here. For example, El Mexico. Their Facebook page has accumulated 759,000 likes. And their Instagram page has accumulated 223.9k, 200,900 followers. Marco Bateta. Twitter, 33.1k K followers, but on Facebook, 332,000 likes. Expansión, the flagship publication of Grupo Expansión, the publication that was established at the same time Grupo Expansión was established. Expansión has accumulated on Facebook alone 2.1 million followers, and on Twitter 4 million followers. Facebook, 2 million likes, and Twitter 4 million followers. Instagram 110,000 likes, 110,000 followers. Sorry. Altogether these are millions of followers in social media users. Imagine that, millions of followers altogether, and this is just 3 brands, 3 out of 15 brands, which shows just how successful their campaign has been, and how successful their campaign has proven to be, and why social media is such a worthwhile venture for any company. If you're a media, you have to go to social media. That's their go-to source for most users, such as myself nowadays. But we'd also like to talk about other important, other key services that that Grupo Expansion employed. One of them is the AMP project. AMP project in its full name is Accelerated Mobile Pages. So Grupo Expansion not only focus on social media strategy, but also focus on revitalizing and enhancing the user experience on their mobile phones, because mobile phones is one of the most popular devices to look over content for the casual reader nowadays, especially through smartphones. So Grupo Expansion knew that they had to ensure that their readers get the best experience possible reading their content through the luxury of their phone. And so Grupo Expansion decided to venture with AMP project to ensure that they enhance the user experience, their content, their mobile content, basically. So basically, ensure that their content fits perfectly, suitably for mobile users, and that it looks clearer and more picturesque, more appealing to the mobile audience. And this venture, this new focus gained dividends almost instantly. According to the numbers here, which I'll share, according to numbers shared by AMP themselves, Grupo Expansion experienced a 76% increase in traffic on AMP pages. So basically their mobile traffic increased by 76%. Pretty much that's what the AMP is suggesting here. Number two, the increase in time spent on the site increased by double. So now there's a two times increase in time spent on the website. So from like 2 minutes to 4 minutes for the average user. Very impressive. And number three, very important as well in terms of revenue growth. The increase in click-through rates increased by double as well. So not only the traffic increase and time increase, but also the revenue increase as well. So basically it hit all the right pockets for Grupo Expansion. And also another important service that Grupo Expansion has employed is a service called Bright Spots, which is a powerful CMS or content management service. Basically Bright Spot is a more powerful WordPress. And this service, this platform, basically empowers Grupo Expansion to manage its multilingual, multi-site system with ease and personalized content streams across any channel for more effective audience engagement. Again, audience engagement. So as it's proven with AMP and with Hootsuite, when audience engagement increases, your click-through rate increases, your ad revenue increases. So when you deliver a very appealing, beautiful, eye-catching website, what's the word for it? What's the word I'm going to use? Design, then you'll gain dividends. So basically, it shows to the reader that you care, that Grupo Expansion gives a damn about their readers. Which I think is also one of the key reasons to their renewed strategy. They want to show that to the fans, to their readers, to their loyal audience, that they care about them, that they care about their opinions and their user experience, and this shows here. It shows with their ventures into Hootsuite, to AMP, and to Bright Spot. I mean, it shows that that they give a damn what their users and the readers think and believe, and hopefully, and they just want to keep them coming for more, want to keep them engaged and kind of enticed and lured into their content, into their design, into what makes their content so appealing and so alluring, in other words. And here, a very good quote from, Jesus Christ. A good quote from Grupo Expansion Development Manager, Marco Fernandez. This is in regards to AMP's impact on Grupo Expansion itself. This is quote word for word. When we noticed traffic to our AMP pages was growing, we started paying more attention to the advertising, looking around at which formats worked better and which acquisitions would be nice to have on the search results page. So basically, with this proves AMP's what the AMP is all about. Basically, with better looking design and better looking content, especially for mobile users, advertising increased, and reader engagement increased overall, especially the time they spent on the website. So you can tell really user engagement was audience engagement was very key to Grupo Expansion's revitalized and renewed rework strategy. And also here, in regards to bright spots, why Grupo Expansion ventured into a deal with partnership with Bright Spot. This is from Federico Zubiran Quaron, the Chief Technology Officer at Grupo Expansion. Word for word. Out of all the digital experience platforms that we evaluated, BrightSpot has the most advanced technology. Since day one, we knew that BrightSpot was not just going to solve our basic needs, but would take us to a new level. So again, more ambition. Improving their service, improving the quality of their service, improving the layout and the visual appeal of their service, of their content, of their brand and publications. I mean, this is clearly shows these are signs of a company that gives a damn about their readers. Again, not only that, but also Grupo Expansion has also ventured into apps as well. See, I'll give one example. Their flagship publication, Expansion. According to the Apple App Store, let me find it here. Sorry. Yeah, here. According to Apple Store, the Apple App Store, Expansion magazine app that Grupo Expansion created holds the number 30 position in magazines and newspapers in the Apple App Store. Worldwide, number 30 worldwide. Number 30 worldwide, which proves the quality of the app itself. I mean, so you gotta give them credit where it's due. They follow the trend. The trend basically is more online content, more mobile content. So audience engagement again is a key. Audience engagement is extremely key. The key factor in this whole reworked and ambitious strategy that Grupo Expansion formulated, and which paid dividends in the end. And you can't argue with the results. Increase in revenue, increase in time on the website, and increase in let me go back here again. And increase in traffic. Three things, and also an increase in social media following, as proved by the numbers I laid out earlier. And I mean, basically, the main takeaway from this case study is, when you give a damn about your readers, the readers will come back for more. That's all you need to know. When you give a damn about your readers and your readers' experience, then the readers will come for more. And they will reward you for your efforts and for your care and attention towards their needs and wants. And as we see here, Grupo Expansion paid dividends and reap the rewards, to say it, in a brief sentence. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the presentation. I mean, I know it may have dragged on a bit too long, but I think it covered all the right points, all the right notes. Hope it did as well. Hope I did at least. I mean, if you have any comments, any suggestions, or any insights or any queries or quibbles, then please share them. I mean, I'd like to hear your comments and your thoughts on this. And take care. Have a great day, and good luck with all your case presentations. I'm sure you guys will do fantastically well. And thanks again to Professor Zink for this case suggestion. And take care. Have a good day. Bye.